I mean this with full sincerity. Natlan is going to be the best region we've received. Natlan has brought 19 plus quality of life changes, tons and tons of new gameplay mechanics. And let's go over what happened in the Natlan trailer. So, excuse me, the Natlan live stream. I am going to pretty much, I gotta move myself because I was streaming the stream, but I'm gonna show you a bit more on Twitter, the specifics, but we're gonna break all of these down. So for 5.0, right, we're getting 10 pulls plus another 1600 Primo Gems for the anniversary war. So we're pretty much getting 20 Primo Gems. This is it right here. Excuse me, 20 pulls. Sanctifying Elixir, which I will get to. Well, I'll just cover it now. Sanctifying Elixir allows you to do artifact focusing. So, for example, you choose an artifact that you want. You could choose the main stat and 2 substats. So you're getting all of the stuff on the left side over here, which you can't see because my big ass head is in the way. But it's pretty much just wishes and whatnot. And then you're going to be getting 1600 Primo Gems, the Artifact Tuner, Fragile Resin, Firstborn Fire Sprite, and Kaboom Box. I don't know what the Firstborn Fire Sprite is. I don't know if that's like a little like head or something. I'm really not too sure. But so the fourth anniversaries are pretty solid, pretty cool. Again, artifact main stat and substat selector. That is what I just showed you. They did reduce the weapon banner pity. So if I could find this right here, I have a million tabs open right now of Twitter just to get it going. Where is it? They reduced the fate point. So you no longer need 2 fate points for the weapon banner. So yeah, right here. Fate points 0 out of 1. This is insane. This is insane. Now, I don't know if it's still a 50-50 or if it's a 75-25. I don't know if they've actually changed the percentages on this. But now, instead of you having to lose 2 times, if you're unlucky, you lose once and then it is guaranteed. So it's similar to Star Rails. Again, not the percentage-wise, but the fact that you can lose and then you're on a guarantee. So excuse me, this is massive. This is an absolute beautiful change that I think was long overdue. I will give my thoughts and opinions and everything at the moment. I just want to present you as much information as I possibly can. But yeah, no, this is crazy. This is crazy. They gamers, MTashed here. And this changes everything. This really does change everything, though. The next quality of life is going to be character banner has a chance to give guarantee. They worded this a little weird in the live stream, but essentially what's happening is you, instead of it being a 50-50, it is a 55-45. So when you are on a 50-50 and you see this little Primo Gem come up when you were rolling, so this only happens on the weapon banner, and it only happens if you're on a 50-50, not if you're on a guarantee. So let's say if you're rolling for your lawn, but you don't have the guarantee, you see the gold, and you see this Primo Gem come up, that means you have won your 50-50, and it is guaranteed to be that character that you have rolled for. If you don't see this Primo Gem come up and you're on a 50-50, well, now I guess it's really a 55-45. You've taken a fat stinky L. Now, I don't know why they kind of worded it a little bit weirdly, but it's cool. You know, I mean, an extra 5% on wishes, you know, I ain't going to complain about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that is still valid. So it's pretty cool. But yes, this is the real, I saw someone says the real animation. So keep that in mind. If you do see that Primo Gem, that means you have won your 55-45. That's massive. Archon quests from 5.0 onward are going to give more Primo Gems. So Archon quests are just going to give more rewards in total. Natlan chests give more Primo Gems. Natlan seems to be very, 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 very heavily focused on exploration. I will cover another video about all the actual gameplay features of this, but like the infrastructures are extremely tall, extremely high. There's a lot of cool little new mini games. I mean, you have like these Pokemon that you can transform into and do all these types of things. Some can do Spider-Man, some can swim through lava, some can throw bombs at people. Like, it's actually pretty sick. And exploration is going to be a big part of Natlan. Also, the one thing I will say, just so you know, the Natlan characters, I don't know, my subathon timer is still on. I gotta pause that, but YOLO. The Natlan characters are very, very much geared towards helping you explore Natlan. Like they're trying to incentivize you to roll for these characters to make your exploration a lot easier. Without them, it's probably going to be a little bit of a drag. I'm not going to lie to you. Based on what I'm seeing, again, and with the infrastructure being so tall and so high and whatnot, excuse me, like the skateboard girl, she can slide on this Mario Rainbow Road type thing. So that's just a sidebar. Quests give character upgrade materials to new release characters up to level 60. So when a new character drops, so for example, I don't think I have a picture of it, but let's say when this character drops, Mulani drops, if you do her story quest, if Mulani's story quest drops in 5.0 and you complete her story quest in 5.0, they're going to give you enough Primo Gems and enough character materials to level her up to 60 immediately. So you don't have to worry about grinding her so much to the point where it's like, well, now I have to go and find the secret conch or whatever. This genuinely not helps you create, excuse me, helps you build newer characters almost out the gate. Because if you're pre-farming, for example, let's say for Milani, I mean, obviously you can't, right? Because they're going to have to need Natlan materials. But if you're pre-farming for the next person, and they do happen to have a story quest, when it drops and you do it in that patch, you are getting a guaranteed level 60. Now, I don't know if it includes Adventure XP books. That I'm not sure of, but I know it includes the materials to get them up there. But if you immediately get to 60, now getting from 60 to 80, so you can start doing some good testing, or even 60 to 90 is not nowhere near as much of a hassle. And you can really just kind of get that done almost instantaneously. So it really helps and assists in building characters much faster. Another massive quality of life update. None of these changes are bad. Everything here is genuinely solid, and there's not like a bad piece of, at least at the moment of this time of recording and processing all the information, there's nothing bad in terms of the quality of life that I think is bad. Where like I could say, oh, you know what, I wish they would have done this. I wish they would have done that. They've genuinely knocked it out of the ballpark with all of these. So World level 9. World level 9, you're going to get 100 Primo Gems. You're going to get, I think, 2 wishes when you get to World level 9. Increases the world level. Certain enemies will have their drop rates increase. Now, Imaginarium Theater. There's a few things that they are changing here. Let me see if I could actually pull up their YouTube channel real quick. Pretty much in Imaginarium Theater, you are now going to be getting more rewards because they are going to be providing you with a new level. There's a new level and there's a harder mode. So that level 21 is not the max anymore. There's going to be something even harder than that. And they've also reworked the boons. So that way the boons actually matter and makes it more of a roguelike. So your elements are going to have more effects in combat. They're going to be more straightforward because really at the time of playing the Imaginarium Theater, the boons just sucked. I don't know what any of them did. But I don't think I could find it at this very moment. I will, again, break down all the gameplay elements a little bit later. But so Imaginarium Theater is getting a massive buff, which is an absolute W. I mean, we love to see that. So nothing bad there. Guides on Imaginarium Theater, I really don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what they mean by guides. Free Kachina, we are getting the free 4-star Geo, and they are going to help you exploration because they can actually kind of roll up the walls. That's the little Geo homegirl in like the little rocket thing. I don't know if I could. I'm gonna try to find like gameplay. I feel like people have seen her already. So free 4-star is dope just from completing the Archon quest. There will also be, from what I've seen, in 5.0, where you're getting Act 1 and Act 2. Very similar to Fontaine. They're giving us 2 acts off rip, which is pretty nice. We love that. I love the front loading the story. 15. Now, a lot of people are confused by this, and I believe I have the correct understanding. Instead of you having to farm an animal Oculus and Geo Oculus, you can get max stamina by farming any single statue. It doesn't need to specifically be those two. So they're not increasing the stamina limit, but they are increasing the ways you could obtain stamina for new players. That way they don't want to farm just that one region. Those 2 regions, they're stuck there. So that is very good. Regional specialties are shown on the map, which we saw already. There is 2 new artifact sets. I don't believe we got any information about that yet, so there's really nothing much to say. There's 5 new free craftable weapons, but you actually get 3 out of the 5 of them through doing a web event. So you get craftable weapons from completing a web event. They're really incentivizing you to go out of your way and do different things. So you're going to get the spear, you're going to get the catalyst, you're going to get the claymore, which is honestly great. I can't see the web event being anything insane. I will do any web event to give me 3 free craftable weapons. Are you kidding me? I will absolutely take that W. And then we are going to be getting a free 5-star selector every single anniversary from the standard banner. Now, they did say they will be adding standard characters to the game, to the banner as time goes on. So, obviously, right now, you can only pick from some of these, right? And then we have to wait a year for them to actually add more characters. So, a lot of characters like myself, I really have everyone here except Chi-Chi, but I'm not picking Chi-Chi. I'll probably get a 10-hour constellation. But this is still good. This is good for newer players. This is good for people who don't have someone like Gene or whatever the case. I know a lot of people don't have Gene. And really, this is just not bad. It doesn't really affect me overall, but this is still solid. So every year, you're going to be getting a free 5-star, guaranteed from the selector and subject to change with other ones being added. These are the rewards from the thing. I went over that already. Increased Primo Gem rewards for exploring areas. Yeah, so they're increasing the Primo Gems here. 60 to 100, 40 to 80, and increased by 900. And then also the stamina increase. Yeah, no. So this isn't a stamina increase. This person is wrong. That is what we discussed already. I'm trying to make sure I haven't missed anything. I think I really hit all the main points. This is it. Imaginary Theater. Character must be level 70, at least 22 characters. Add up to 26 characters. So you can get up to 22, but you need the max is 26. There is more encounters, as you can see, and you will be getting more rewards, which is nice. I have never seen them. Excuse me. I've never seen Genshin Impact do a turnaround on any type of feedback this fast. Now, you could say whatever you think it is. Most likely it's probably the Woodwing Waves effect. But this is very, very solid in the fact that this has been out for maybe a patch and a half or 2 patches at most. And they said, okay, we see the feedback. We understand people don't like the boons and they want more difficulties, and they added it immediately. Absolutely perfect. If they can continue to deliver with the swiftness and the quickness like this, I believe the game is going to be in a much better elevated state, because the problem with Genshin Impact, it has tons and tons and tons of potential, but they don't listen. But in Natlan, they genuinely listened, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, a little spoiler, I think it's going to be Fire, Pyro, Hydro, and Dendro for the next one, so that's pretty cool. And then this is the artifact. So you pick of the artifact set. I don't know how it goes. I don't know if this is you could just pick any artifact set at all. I really don't know. They didn't specify that. But you pick the artifact, you pick which one you want. So obviously you would really go with the Sans Gob or a Circlet. You wouldn't go with either one of these two. At least I don't think you would. You could pick the main stat and then the 2 substats. And then it cost 4 of these to create one of them. So we don't know about the currencies and everything, but this is still another massive W in the fact that they're incentivizing you to play the game, and now you have an easier time building your character, so it doesn't feel like you were stuck in an endless loop of insanity and bad luck. I absolutely love it. Free 5 stars. And then the banner is Milani Kazuha. You're going to get her for free by doing an event. And then after that, you get Kinich and Raiden. Now, I didn't cover the gameplay of like these little animals. We'll do a more in-depth analysis on that tomorrow or today after work, because I gotta get up soon. But overall, man, I think this again. I think this is gonna be the best region, and I truly believe that they have absolutely cooked on every single front. Nothing here is bad. Nothing here is bad. Now, I have a little concerns about the narrative of the story, but I'm gonna save that for a different video. And I'm just providing you with all the quality of life updates, which are tons and tons of quality of life updates. So I have my full reaction out right now. I live streamed it on YouTube as well, so you could see it. So it's up there. Let me know what you think. Mwah. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. We got tons of content coming out. Mwah.